Master hypnotist Dolores hypnotized thousands and thousands of people in her lifetime, and she learned a lot from people who were hypnotized, and she wrote some books. And one of the topics that's very disturbing is what she calls backdrop people. These are people that appear to be human but are let's go with not human at all. Backdrop people are simply there to improve the illusion that you live on a populated planet. Backdrop people, well, if you went to a pizza parlor and you look through the doorway into the kitchen, is it possible that the people that are cooking your pizza are backdrop people? Well, I'm not a master hypnotist, and I didn't hypnotize people to get all this information. So unless someone wants to volunteer to be hypnotized, I can't really tell you if the pizza making people are backdrop people or not. But Dolores Cannon implied that the backdrop people were not human. So what would they be? Well, if we're going back to the idea we live in a holodeck, if you watch, various iterations of Star Trek where they had the holodeck, you would know that quite a few of the characters in the holodeck simulation are a product of the holodeck. And they're in the holodeck and they do what they do for you, but they're not human. So, are humans in the holodeck human? That is a very good question. A very good question. Because you would think that me talking to you, I appear to be humanoid, but am I a human or am I the holodeck talking to you through a character that the holodeck is running? How would you know, and does it matter? To keep yourself from going completely crazy, I recommend that you treat everyone as if they are human. Because without an easy way to tell if someone is a backdrop person or someone who's human that you're supposed to interact with, it's far more polite to assume everyone else in your holodeck simulation is a real person and deserves the courtesy and kindness of humans. Institutional memories are memories that many people have, for example, from watching a very popular movie. So in the 1970s, we had a movie called Westworld with Yul Brynner. He played a robot gunslinger. And the idea was that humans could go and visit a theme park that was full of very realistic looking robots. And if you went to Westworld, it was the Wild West, and you'd be issued a gun. And you could go into the saloon and order up a drink, and you wouldn't know if you were amongst humans or robots. But the gun that you were issued with knew. It had a sensor on it, and it could tell the difference between a cold robot and a warm-blooded human. So if you made a mistake and you got into a gunfight with a human, the gun wouldn't shoot. But if you got in a gunfight with Yul Brynner, who played the robot gunslinger, the gun would work. So what's the advice that you learned from Westworld? Well, I'm going to give you a spoiler on that. If you don't want the spoiler, then I'm terribly sorry. But what happens in Westworld is that something goes wrong with the programming of the robots, and the robots' guns start working when they aim them at warm-blooded humans. So, you know, what's that relevant for? Well, it's just a story. You know, like if we are in a holodeck-like reality, well, the backdrop people, are they like Yul Brynner and, you know, a robot? Well, I don't think so. I think they act like we expect humans to act. Why did Dolores Cannon get this information about backdrop humans? It seems I need to do more research on Dolores Cannon. And she has got the Convoluted Universe series of books, which are very thick. And I don't want to buy them, and they're not at my library. So what I'm going to do is go to Amazon and find Dolores Cannon's books, and then select Kindle ebook, and then you can get a free sample